This man, who was a high school dropout and worked as a factory welding worker in a tractor company. Many years later, this man took the #1 spot in the 2019 Forbes Singapore Rich List, with a net worth of $13.8 billion after being a naturalized Singapore citizen and resident. Zhang Yong, the co-founder and chairman of Haidilao, one of China's most successful hotpot chains. What contributes to his success? Watch more to find out. Haidilao is a chain of hot pot restaurants that operates more than 1,300 stores across China, and its overseas unit, Super High International, running 114 outlets around the world, based on March 2023, including in Singapore, the UK, the United Arab Emirates and the United States. Their annual revenue is estimated to be more than 10 billion Chinese yuan. How did it all start? It started when Zhang Yong, who was then a factory welding worker, earning a measly 93 yuan, $13 per month, had his first trip to an actual restaurant in his life at the age of 19. Where Zhang Yong came from is in a rural part of Jianyang in China's Sichuan province, and he had dropped out of high school to take the welding job at the tractor factory, so eating at a restaurant is not very common, where it's even considered a luxury. The teenager normally ate at his factory's employee cafeteria, so he had his hopes high but turns out to have a bad experience, unimpressed with the rude staff and subpar hot pot meal. This experience stays with him for a long time. In 1994, after getting into a dispute with his employers after being denied a company apartment for himself and his then fiancée, Xu Ping, Zhang left that job in order to open his first restaurant. He's admitted that he didn't even have a cooking background or a strong handle on preparing the traditional Sichuan hot pot dish. As he was penniless, Zhang Yong asked 3 other friends that included her then fiancé to invest in his business, worth less than $1,397 and 31 cents, 10,000 yuan. He used his life savings and his friends' investment funds to open a small restaurant. He promised them that their assets would grow to $20,959 and 68 cents, 150,000 yuan, within 5 years. Zhang Yong's iron will and work ethic did the rest. Those who were part of his original squad are now described as some of the richest men and women in China and Singapore. But at the humble beginning, the small restaurant only had 4 tables to seat customers. This does not stop Zhang Yong to have a vision of offering customers an inviting and memorable restaurant experience. A very different experience from what he had previously at other hot pot restaurants. This led to extra services for people in line and little touches to make guests feel welcome while enjoying a hot pot meal. Zhang Yong has said that he believes in the importance of superior customer service. I'm from the countryside, where rural people believe that if you take money from other people and you don't bring benefit to them, then you are a liar. How did Haidilao get its name? Even though Zhang Yong was a high school dropout, he loved poetry. Haidilao was actually inspired by a Chinese idiom, Haidilao Yue, from a Chinese Taoist poem, Song of Enlightenment. It translates to fishing for the moon, which is a metaphor for a hopeless endeavor. Zhang Yong highlighted that the core philosophy of Haidilao is that you can change your life using your own hands. This was very much the driving force behind the management model of Haidilao and sends a very powerful message to all its employees, which in turn resulted in extraordinary results with quick expansion to the other parts of China and to the rest of the world. The standard of customer service is almost unbelievable until you have personally experienced it. Complimentary drinks and snacks, card and board games, and even delicate manicure services by professional nail stylists are provided whilst in the waiting area. Hot face towels, bib covers, protective cell phone bags are offered just prior to dining. There are even noodle masters that will prepare handmade noodles by twirling them in front of you in an elaborate display coupled with music. young children get pleasantly surprised with simple toys at the dining table. The staff's attention to the customers is warm and exemplary. In a hyper-competitive hot pot industry with low barriers of entry, Haidilao's extraordinary customer service has brought a refreshing and innovative approach to Chinese culinary service. This has been the key competitive advantage that has clearly distinguished it against its competitors. Zhang Yong later had a chance meeting with the legendary Japanese management god, Kazuo Inamori. Inamori is most famous for his amoeba management philosophy. The amoeba philosophy argues that organizations should be divided into small independent units connected via market-based mechanisms. Zhang Yong was inspired by Inamori's philosophy and decided to restructure Haidilao from a multi-layered, pyramid-like hierarchy to one that aligns with the amoeba philosophy. A year later, in 2011, the chain started the transformation process by converting functional divisions into separate companies. One by one, each of Haidilao's former divisions became independent subsidiaries. The supply chain division was spun off as the Shuhai Supply Chain Company. The construction and interior decoration unit became the Shuyun Oriental Company. The soup-based production division became the Yihai Company, and the home delivery part of Haidilao became the Hailaosong Company. Zhang Yong started to radically decentralize the restaurant operations so restaurant managers could communicate directly with the headquarters again. The solution was straightforward. They simply removed all the middle management layers. This move radically flattened the company's hierarchy. Zhang Yong's future aspirations for Haidilao is an inspiring one. To achieve it, he places great importance in building a robust training and HR system to sustain its competitive advantages. In 2010, Haidilao established its own university in order to systematically train its restaurant managers. Most teachers are experienced restaurant managers themselves and are proud to share their experiences. There is also a system of apprenticeship for frontline staff to learn from senior employees. In this way, Haidilao's culture and values continue to be shared consistently across all employees. Haidilao also hires regardless of education levels and promotes insiders. A very good example, Haidilao's current CEO Yang Lijuan famously rose the ranks by starting out as a waitress, as the company prizes customer satisfaction above educational qualifications. Zhang Yong moved to Singapore in 2010s, becoming a naturalized citizen, showing his intention to live here while expanding his hotpot empire. He purchased a 27 million Singapore dollar house here in 2018, where he now resides with his family. In 2022, Zhang Yong stepped down as its chief executive officer while the company overhauled its operations and trimmed its network of restaurants. From a humble beginning with no culinary knowledge or how to start a business to a billionaire hot pot giant, Zhang Yong has brought Haidilao to great heights until this date continues to grow at a great pace with its wonderful and amazing service. Have you been to Haidilao? Does it gives you a wonderful experience? Do write in the comments below.
Please let us know if there's anything in particular you're interested in watching. If you like our videos, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Also, if you want more, just click on these videos.